Okay. All right. I have two more questions. One of them is just what's kind of like one thing that you would like to change in your world, and how are you acting as a catalyst for that change? Like, what's one thing that you look at and you go, I want to change this. This is so important for us to change, and I'm doing my damnedest to get that thing done. This is important.
My company and my life.
I don't care whether it's you choose. I don't care. Company, personal life. I mean, if you want to go personal life, I'm like, this is, like I said, I'm putting you on the metaphorical couch.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'll be very candid with you. We've spoken a lot about business here,
Yeah.
and work is, maybe work or jobs in general are going through some sort of evolution now, because during Corona they were so de-emphasized. It was, now it's all about flexibility and being, my life. But now we're going through a recession, and now it's all about having a great job. Work plays a really funny, fickle, intense part in our lives, and I personally, I tie a lot of my self-esteem to how I'm doing at work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a problem for me, right?
Okay.
Where I will allow it to affect my relationships. I allow it to affect my mood, allow it to affect my approach and how I think about myself. And I spend I spend a lot of time at work. I spend a lot of time. It's 5 o'clock. I've been here for the last 8 hours. I'll be working till midnight. Like, I have a lot to do. And it's something big I am trying to change for myself. And, Rosh Hashanah was just here. I have my own New Year's resolutions. Is I need to tie less of my worth to my job. It doesn't mean I don't want to be good at my job. I do. It's really important to me. I also happen to really enjoy, I'd probably enjoy any job. I have to enjoy this one also, because I enjoy solving problems. I enjoy spending time with people. I enjoy using my brain. I enjoy, watching metrics that I can track, numbers improve because of the work I'm doing. It doesn't matter what they are and what they're improving, but I am affecting change in the world, or at least in this small world that I work in.
Right.
But I am a valuable person and a valuable member of society and a valuable something with no relation to my job title or my salary or my place of business or how nice the office is here. And I could go from this tomorrow to any other job or no job at all, and my value as a human isn't going to change. So that's something I'm trying to change for myself. Is I need to detach my self-esteem from how effective I am at work.
Cool. I have a question. Do you think that some of your team would benefit from hearing that and learning that from you?
I'm pretty vocal about it. I'm pretty
Yeah.
vocal, and I say this. Maybe I'm a little even too blasé. I'll tell them all the time that what we're doing here doesn't matter. All right, we're not solving cancer. We're not solving world hunger. We're not, ending a war. We're running a technology company, and within the sphere of this building, it really matters. But don't prioritize this over your health. Don't prioritize this over your mental well-being. Don't miss your kid's birthday party because I said a meeting. Move the meeting, right? So,
or tell me you can't show up, and we'll figure it out.
So I'm vocal. Listen, I'm also pretty vocal about how high my expectations are. Right? I'm vocal about we have targets. You want to be on the team. You want to be here. Then I need to know you're in. But we try to find a balance. So yeah, I think I'm pretty open with that message, and I think it's well received.
No, that message is not the same message that you just said, though.
Oh,
see, I'm calling you out on this one.
Yeah, please.
Just like I would in class. The message you just said was, your work is not your life. You're allowed to have a life outside of work. That's not the message you just said. The message you just said was, do not judge your self-worth based on the work that you're doing. That is not what where your value in life should come from. Are you telling that to your people? Are you saying to them, your value doesn't come from here? It's from who you are as an individual. It's not the work-life boundaries that you were just talking about. And I gotta admit, I don't like the idea of work-life balance because it's not true. I firmly believe in the idea of work-life boundaries and how those boundaries may change a little bit over time based on position. Like you said, you're going to be there till 12. I'm sure your wife would love to have you home now at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sorry that I'm keeping him late, but that's not what we're talking about. That's one thing. The thing you just brought up is a much deeper thing to teach your people, which is, guys, have worth no matter what. If you fail here in something, that doesn't detract from your worth as an individual. It might detract a little bit from your worth here in the company, but it should not, and I will not let it impact you as a person. You should still know that you are a good person, you are a worthwhile person, you are a friend, you are somebody who I care about. And even if I have to let you go because of your failures, you are somebody who I care about and you have worth. Those are two very different statements.
There's probably two reasons I don't share that message with my team.
Okay, go ahead.
One is, I think I'd be projecting.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? I don't know that other people struggle with that. They might. If I'm the average person, then probably the average person does struggle with it.
Okay.
The other part is there's a boundary to what my role is as a leader.
Okay.
And I think that would be crossing a boundary.
Okay.
This is and again, to sort of quote the other message, it's the job, right? If I stopped paying you, you'd stop coming. So at some point, I think I crossed a line into how much leeway I give myself to, or how much I let myself think that I affect other people's lives.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If somebody comes to me and says, I'm really struggling, I want to talk. I'll have a much more down to earth conversation with them. But as a general message to the team, I spend much more time on encouragement and motivation, and pep talks, and we do a lot of explaining the why. You're familiar with that TED talk?
Yeah. We also spoke about that in class. Why, how, what, and how. Another thing we spoke about in class.
We do a lot of why. We do. I don't like to give out mandates where sort of no explanation to them. I don't owe them an explanation, or I think I do, but meaning that they should do it anyway because I told them to. But you'll be much more effective as a leader, and they'll have a much more fun time doing it. Just tell them why. And by the way, if you tell them why, they might tell you, "Well, that doesn't make any sense. You're stupid."
Or they might say, I get your why, but I don't like your how, because this might be a better way. This is a how that you might want to reconsider. And here, let's talk about the how a little bit. Or I get your why and your how, but what you want out of this is not what you're going to get out of it. And here's the what.
Time.
Oh,
all the time. I have my limited set of information that I gather. When you put 10 more people in a room, there's a much wider sphere of information that they have. And they'll often affect my decisions, and just by explaining to them why. So, to sort of sum up, it's not a topic I broach. It's not a topic I've shared with anyone. Maybe they'll watch this and they'll learn that about me. But I do certainly invest time in make sure that people feel good. I think if you're in a place that doesn't make you feel good, then you're probably going to regret it at some point.
Fair enough. Thank you for joining us in the Doctor's Den. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hope to see you next time.